Hello BMW Motorsport fans! For this video, we will take a trip down memory lane about BMW's epic success in the DTM racing series. I've noticed that there was some missing information I should have touched upon when making a video about BMW M's racing history in the past 50 years. So here in this video, I will fill in those gaps as much and accurately as I can. If y'all new viewers are watching right now, consider checking out the BMW M Racing History video I made 6 months ago over the summer, right after this one. I am a BMW Motorsport fan myself and love M cars and talk about BMWs enough on my channel. Only this time, it has been a while, and it's that time again. Let's begin the story. In the year 1982, the Group A touring car series was introduced to replace the outgoing Group 2 touring cars based on street production models. BMW Motorsport started touring car racing with the legendary 3.0 CSL competing in Group 2 series during the 1970s. It was the initial car that brought BMW Motorsport heritage where they are today, next to the M1 Pro car, taking countless back-to-back race victories and championship titles from the start until eventually it was outnumbered by other cars such as Porsche. The history of original DTM, which is a German touring car series, was first established in 1984 and will go on to become one of the most successful and golden era series in the world until 1996. The original DTM series was set up under a former FIA Group A set of rules for early DTM cars resembling their road-going models. This is where Chapter 1 begins. The very first DTM race got underway in March 1984, held at Zoeter, Belgium. In the early DTM years, we saw BMW enter races with their 635 CSI to fight against the other forgotten race cars with Ford Sierra, Rover SD1, Volvo 240, and even the third generation Ford Mustang from that era. The Group A 635 CSI was based on the first-gen 6 series known as the E24 with the inline-6 engine derived from the BMW M1 capable of pushing 320 horsepower to the back wheels. It quickly made a name for itself on the racetracks of Europe, as well as Japan and Australia, winning several touring car and GT titles. The 635 CSI initially raced in Belgium in 1984 and was a monster. BMW M celebrated its first race victory with a full podium led by driver Harold Gross. In doing so, they heralded the first chapter of the race series. The M team will obtain many more race wins in the inaugural season and racked up the most points by the end of the 1984 season and won the DTM championship. The streak was broken in 1985 with BMW securing third overall in the championship and driver Harold winning in Zoeter, Belgium again with a CSI. The 1986 season was the final year contest of the 635 CSI, racking up yet again third overall in DTM. Within 3 years of his racing career, BMW even won the Spa 24 Hours 3 times and Nürburgring 24 Hours twice. After the farewell of the 635 CSI, BMW brings a successor that will become the greatest legend in the history of BMW Motorsport, the E30 M3 in 1987, the most successful touring car in the world to this day. It was a freaking winning machine around the world for many years. To compete in DTM, the FIA rules required the building of 5,000 road car units of a race car within a year to meet the FIA's homologation regulations. This led BMW to develop the M3 born for motor racing. It was small, lightweight, and tough, with a bulletproof 2.3-liter naturally aspirated inline-4, codenamed S14, designed for reliability and excessive high revving, ranging from 8,200 to 9,300 RPM. The engine went from 300 to 340 horsepower, and engine liters were raised from 2.3 to 2.5 liters during the M3's racing cycle. The FIA allowed manufacturers to make further enhanced evolution models of their cars every year. Therefore, the Group A E30 M3 had 3 evolution types during its 5-year racing campaign. The 1987 season heralded an era that remains the most iconic in the DTM when factory teams of BMW, Mercedes, Ford, Opel, and later Audi joined in 1990 to take part in fierce battles. This led the series to become very popular and memorable to fans for spectacular racing. As with the BMW CSI, the E30 M3 took an immediate win in the first race at Hockenheimring in 1987 and took the Victory Championship title in front of the Ford Sierra. On paper, the Sierra could have lashed the M3s with a huge turbo power unit and more crazy power-to-rate ratio, whereas the naturally aspirated M3 had a crazy power-to-rate ratio too. The Sierra did beat the M3 and won the 1988 DTM Championship, yet the M3 had only superior reliability and handling to rely on the win. BMW got another title win in 1989, then it was Audi in 1990 and 1991, then Mercedes in 1992. Between 1987 and 1992, the M3 took the checkered flag at the end of the DTM race a remarkable 41 times. Plus, it made multiple trophy cups around the world from Europe to Australia, as well as the major 24-hour races at the Nürburgring and Spa. In 1992, the BMW team competed in DTM for the last time to celebrate the M3's final feat. They managed to win both races in the final round at Hockenheim to end the season with a bang. The cause of factory teams like BMW and Audi leaving the DTM series was new rule changes and rising costs. The FIA introduced Class 1 to replace Group A class, where the new set of rules let manufacturers use the latest technologies and materials. The DTM cars soon began to look like Formula 1 cars and were more complex and detached from the prior specs. Exactly after a 20-year hiatus shortly after BMW ended its longevity in Formula 1, BMW Motorsport made a factory comeback in 2012 to the DTM series with the E92 M3 DTM dating back to the original M3 DTM. Back in that era, and even now, DTM cars aimed to look like remote-controlled toys as if on a one-to-one scale. The new DTM rules are aimed at ensuring safety, equal resort, and cost effectiveness, with the guarantee that the car entries can use valuable technical solutions to set up performance goals, while the cars retain their unique identities. The M3 DTM has a 90-degree 4-liter V8 engine that's naturally aspirated, code-named P66, and produces a whopping 480 horsepower with the air restrictor. With a carbon fiber monocoque, as well as the gearbox, clutch, suspension, and big rear wing are identical on all the DTM cars for the 2012 season. As the E30 M3, the M3 DTM had all the ingredients to excite fans of BMW Motorsport in 2012 and beyond. Once again, they started with a bang in the field, racing with Audi and Mercedes, dubbed the perfect German racing trilogy. 3 teams and 6 drivers among BMW and various factory teams such as Schnitzer, RBM, and RMG claimed 12 podiums and 5 wins throughout the 2012 season. The Canadian driver Spengler drove for Team Schnitzer, who ends the season with 149 points to his name and becomes the 4th BMW champion in the history of the DTM. At the same time, BMW Team Schnitzer claims the manufacturer and team titles. After 2 seasons and a total of 10 triumphs, 2013 saw BMW M expand its DTM success with 8 cars. The second season after BMW's comeback ends with 5 race wins and another defense of the manufacturer title in 2013, and a runner-up finishes in DTM for Augusto Farfus. The M3 DTM's racing career came to a close. Its successor was the M4 DTM. In 2014, BMW's goal with the new M4 was to eradicate the field with the new generation DTM cars like its predecessor, and eradicate it certainly did. The 4-liter V8 was carried over from the M3 DTM with better revisions to challenge the competition. What do you know? BMW took the first round victory at Hockenheim in 2014. That driver was Marco Wittmann, who also won 4 races to claim his first DTM driver's title, a feat he repeated 2 years later in 2016. Fun fact, the only BMW driver and the youngest driver in DTM history. In 2019, the M4 DTM was enhanced with a turbocharged unit with Class 1 regulations, resulting in over 600 horsepower. The era of the turbo engines had begun, and it was even set to last longer than just 2 years. BMW driver Wittmann achieved another win in the opening round of the 2019 season and took 3 more race wins in the championship to finish 3rd in the driver's title. However, after the withdrawal, at first Mercedes and then Audi from DTM, the second chapter of the DTM came to an end of an era of Class 1 racing in the 2020 season. Between 2012 and 2020, BMW won 40 races, 4 drivers' titles, 2 teams' titles, and 3 manufacturer titles. So far in DTM history since 1984, BMW partook in 20 seasons, 90 plus gold trophies, over 300 podiums, and still counting. The 2021 DTM season was a major shift to be run under GT3 spec rules, and let's just say that season was controversial. This was due to the rising cost of the Class 1 touring cars program that led Audi, BMW, and Mercedes to decline support from the series. This allowed the BMW M6 GT3 to enter, but only made one appearance in the 2021 DTM season. BMW finished the season alright, and on top of that, it was soon replaced by the M4 GT3 for the 2022 season. BMW Motorsport would improve their second year of racing in DTM under the GT3 rules. 2 teams from Schubert and Walkenhorst Motorsport worked together to get 4 race wins throughout the season. BMW settled a 3rd place finish in the championship finale by driver Marco Wittmann. However, BMW has only won the team's championship. The 3rd chapter of BMW M and DTM has begun truly well since 2021 in GT3 racing, as well as now 10 years since after making the DTM comeback in 2012. The 2023 season will be BMW's 21st season of racing in DTM, and hopefully the M4 GT3 will add on another championship win against multiple GT3 cars such as Audi, Mercedes, Porsche, and many more. All in all, good luck BMW. And now that's a wrap. So I hope you all really did sat back and relax and enjoyed this amazing video. If you so did, do not forget to hit the like button and hit the subscribe button, and don't forget to give me any suggestions in the comments down below. I put so much hard work in my videos, and I really appreciate you guys supporting it and my channel as a whole. Peace out, stay safe, Chris the Radar out.